Hello and welcome back to the Gary's Horror Drive-In. Today I'm doing a movie haul review. Just some recent pickups that kind of caught my eye on eBay. No particular sellers, just here and there, just some ones that kind of popped in my head. Some that might have missed me when they first went on physical media, and some from the yesteryear that I guess I never really had in the collection, which I'm sort of surprised because like a lot of these films I liked back in the day. Well, let's get started. First off, here is a movie that's out practically out of print right now. It's Little Corey Gory. This is from SRS. I don't know if it's releasing. It clocks in at 77 minutes. Corey knows the meaning of Murphy's Law. If something could go wrong, it went wrong for Corey. Loaded with work, downtrodden and scarred from daily scrutiny, Corey has nothing to look forward to when he and his stepbrother Biff get into a heated argument over a girl they both like. The end result is deadly. And this is the new HD transfer from the original camera negative, uncut for the first time since its debut on VHS. This is a really Oh, I was wrong on the running time. It's not 77 minutes, 91 minutes. I was reading the director's commentary. That's 77 minutes. And there's an interview with the set mom, trailer, SRS trailers, and more. This is out of 1993. I caught this recently. I didn't know really. I've heard of this movie, but I didn't know it was this kind of like kind of goofy horror kind of stuff, but like in a cool kind of way though. Little Corey Gory, I recommend this one. If you watch this Halloween, I would pick this one up, or if you can catch it on streaming, highly recommend this one. It's a very fun film. I guess this was released in 2022 through SRS Cinema, and that's Little Corey Gory right off the top here. And here's a film, stars Jeff Fahey. I saw this one back in the theater back, I think opening weekend, because that's what I did back in the day. I worked in a grocery store. I always had the weekends off, and I always head to the local cinema, and I'd always check out the latest horror releases that were out. And this movie is called Body Parts. Where does evil live? The heart, the mind, or the flesh? From Eric Red, the writer of The Hitcher. Near Dark comes the tale of a medical experiment gone very wrong. It's from Scream Factory as well. It says Bill Krushnick is a criminal psychologist who loses his arm and nearly his life in a grisly car accident. A daring medical operation follows in which a donor's arm is successfully grafted onto Bill's body. But after the operation, the arm starts to take on a violent life of its own, striking out against Bill's wife and children. Consumed by fears and about his dangerous behavior, Bill is driven to learn the donor's identity and makes a horrifying discovery that delivers him into a world of unimaginable terror. And like I said, this was written by Eric Red, who did uh, The Hitcher and Near Dark. Brad Dourif has a bit of a part in this as well. And this is where I kind of started to see him come into focus in the horror genre. It's about this time between Child's Play and like Exorcist 3, which I thought he stole the show from George C. Scott in this one, but highly recommend this one. You pick this one up. One of Jeff Fahey's better ones. I'd put it up there with a Lawnmower Man. But this clocks in at a 88 minutes, and this one was from 1991, and that's Body Parts. Like I said, I'd recommend that. Must have for me, so that's why I grabbed it. And here, no particular order, is the tonight's film that's featured in the thumb for the movie hall review. This comes with a digital code, so if anybody wants that, let me know in the comments. I ain't going to read what this is about. I'm sure everybody pretty much knows what Weapons is about. It's rated R. The special features on this disc is director Zach Krager making horror personal, weaponized the cast of weapons, texture of terror. This is a very fun film. And this is from the original mind who did Barbarian as well, which I did hear recently that Barbarian, the director said he's leaning towards getting that on physical disc. In case anybody out there tonight missed that, I caught that on Cool Duder's video. So look for uh, Barbarian in the near future. I really liked this film. I thought it was really creepy. I heard a lot of people say it was one of the best horror films in a while, but then I heard some people say it really stunk. But I don't know. I thought it was really creepy, especially with the Asian actor running down the road with his eye bulging out of his head. It kind of stood with me quite a while after. Like I said, the digital code's in this. If you want it, let me know in the comments, and I'd be glad to give it to you. But it's the first come, first serve kind of thing. But that's weapons. Like I said, I recommend that as well. And again, that's featured in tonight's video because that's what's in the thumb. That's kind of my theme. I do with these hauls. I kind of pick one film, think that would look really cool as a thumb, and that's what I go with. And then next up is the very much maligned sequel to American Werewolf in London, and it's this is a Spanish version, I believe, or German. I'm not sure. It stars Tom Everett Scott and Julie Delpy, who did was it Before Dawn or Before Sunset with Ethan Hawke, the love interest movies. You know what one I'm talking about, where they took place in I think they took place in France or something. But this is American Werewolf in Paris. And I went back and watched this on Tubi recently. It's not as bad as I remembered. The only complaint I have is the CGI was really horrible. I thought it was poorly done in that regard, but it actually is very much tongue in cheek, like the first one to a degree. Maybe sometimes a little bit more over the top than the first one, but obviously not in the vein of um, Rick Baker. You know what he did with the werewolf exchange. You know, like the changing process. This is in region A, B, and C, and like I said, I can't read it because obviously it's not for my language, but it is available in English when you watch it. But that's American Werewolf in Paris. I wouldn't say I highly recommend American Werewolf in Paris, but I would say I would put it better than some, werewolf films in that genre. Probably a lot better than some of the sequels in the Howling series, maybe, but not bad, not great. Kind of like how Pumpkinhead was really good, and then the sequels got to be Blood Wings. I see people don't like Blood Wings for some reason, but I think Blood Wings is pretty good. But I wouldn't put it quite. I wouldn't put this one quite in Blood Wings category. I'd put it slightly less than that, but still, it had some redeeming elements in it. But I thought I'd pick it up just because the completionist in me wanted to have the second one as well, and that's American Werewolf in Paris. And next up, and I believe this is a documentary. It's called Don't Call Me Bigfoot. Dive into the heart of a thrilling documentary exploring the legendary monster of the wilderness. Skeptics and believers alike journey through remote landscapes armed with technology and determination to uncover the truth behind the myth. This film blends eyewitness interviews, historical analysis, a deep exploration of the cultural impact of the monster. As lines between myth and reality blur, the question remains, is the creature real or just a shadow in our collective imagination? Don't Call Me Bigfoot is a riveting expedition into the mysteries of the unknown. I don't know if there's a manufactured on demand disc. Kind of get that vibe with the back, like there's no, there's no talent credits or the people that they're making into this or anything. I'm gonna guess it's a manufacturer on demand kind of title, but I don't care. Pretty cool. I do like the Bigfoot lore. It's interested me ever since I was like 6 years old. And based on the way I look, you probably think I probably belong on a Bigfoot show, but but yeah, that's Don't Call Me Bigfoot. I don't know, just something about it said grab me. Really cool to have. This kind of weird here in terms of, like, I think I have Axe Grinder 1, but I don't have any more. But I picked this up from it's from Sterling Entertainment. It says Axe Grinder 3, 3 times the flesh, 3 times the blood, and 3 times the kills. Well, like I said, I think this might be a manufactured on demand, and I got a guy that's trying to be a star tonight in the video. A little bit of a we're having problems with ladybugs around in our area. Uh, Freddie Palmer has escaped the asylum and is on a one-way blood-filled rampage through woods, houses, and bodies, from knives to axes. His bare hands, the twisted slasher, will use whatever he needs to satisfy his insane bloodlust. And it just kind of goes on, uh, talking about different actors and whatnot. This is out of 2021. I think I got 2 of these Axe Grinder films. I can't say I can recommend this because I haven't seen any of them yet. But I don't know. I got the first one and I saw this was available on certain seller and I did pick it up. So I'm hoping, I don't know how many out there tonight that's watching this video could tell me. I mean, I could Google it, of course, but off the top of your head, how many Axe Grinder films there are. I think there's at least 4 to 5, but I'm not sure. But there's Axe Grinder 3. Oh, and then I caught this one. I remember watching this. Can't remember if I watched it. I want to say we might have had like a little town, like when we go back in time, like when we had those little functions at the fire hall. We paid to see like older movies and stuff. I want to say this is where I saw The Hand, starring oh geez, catching myself. I gotta turn my phone down here. But yeah, this was with yeah, I'm blanking on his name, of course. Michael Caine. Um, really good film. This is a suspense horror film of unusual psychological intelligence and wit. The Hand suggests that Oliver Stone is a director of very real talent. And I didn't realize, well, obviously not back then, I didn't realize Oliver Stone had directed this. It's from Scream Factory as well, from out of 1981, and it has a clock-in time of 104 minutes. Basically, it's about a gifted cartoonist. His life comes apart at the seams when his drawing hand is accidentally severed in two in a on-road accident. You'll see in the movie when you watch it. Slowly painful, he tries to adjust, but a terrifying evil creeps into his consciousness, and one by one, the people who stand in his way begin to die. And like I said, this was written and directed by Oliver Stone, which is really cool in itself. Just has such an acclaimed actor or director, tackling something simple like a cheapy horror film that probably derives kind of feels like something out of the 50s with The Hand, that kind of thing, the 50s craze. Special effects were done by Carlo Rambaldi. Oliver Stone called for more than 30 different hands to be designed in this film as well, used in different and fantastically horrific ways. Did in 1978, it's saying, I guess I don't know, I'm getting contrasting things here. It says 1978 best writing screenplay based on material from another medium. I don't know what that, I don't know if they're trying to say it actually was written in 78 and didn't see release until 1981, or if it was out before 78. I don't know. Does have special features, new interviews with director Oliver Stone, producer Edward Pressman, and actors Andrea Marcovici, Annie McEnroe, and Bruce McGill. Audio commentary with Oliver Stone, which is really cool, hidden gem of itself. Theatrical trailer, and again, that's The Hand out of 1981. I did catch this one on Tubi. So much entertained by this movie. Just had that typical 80s vibe throughout. Not just because it was in that year it was shot, but like just everything about that era was so golden for horror films, And one of the actresses that plays in this, I think she plays in it by the end. She was the granddaughter or the daughter of uh, the Creep Show entry where Father's Day. Remember, I want my cake, but do you? You know, the old lady that kind of bitches about, her father's an asshole and all that shit, and that particular story. But that's her, and I thought that was really cool. Just to, I didn't really at the time. I didn't know when Creepshow was out. I didn't really know where the actress really is. She been in other genre stuff, or just kind of got picked for it. But really cool film, and again, another must-have in my collection. And I don't know nothing about this at all, other than I used to see this a lot in the movie, not theaters, but like the video stores. And I always wanted to rent it, but like I don't know, just something about it kind of screamed. Uh, when I did read it, it said something like more reprehensible than Last House on the Left. And as a kid, I heard a lot of like kind of messed up things about Last House on the Left with the rape and all that kind of stuff. But so you can tell yourself it's only a movie, but it won't help. But I like that tagline; it's really cool. And this is from Blue Underground, and it's you'll know this one really well. Night Train Murders, very prominent back in the day in the local video stores and whatnot. Uh, as writing the Night Train interview with co-writer director Aldo Lotto, theatrical trailers, radio spots, poster, and still gallery. Comes with quite a bit here. It's out of 1975. Widescreen presented. Um, all regions. But, apparently, this was released as the second House on the Left, New House on the Left, and Torture Train. Most movies last less than 2 hours. This one of everlasting torment. It remains one of the most graphically fiendish films in exploitation history. The story of two teenage girls traveling throughout Europe are forced into a nightmare of sexual assault and sadistic violence. I just always liked to. I didn't get it for that. You could say, "Oh, he's an old perv." No, I didn't get it for that. This poster's always intrigued me. Very cool look to it. Kind of, looks kind of grimy, like in a horror grimy kind of way. Like I don't know, something like Rob Zombie would make if he was back in the 70s or 80s. But yeah, that's Night Train Murders, and just said something grab me. This one I did catch. Caught this one on Tubi. It's being compared to Jeepers Creepers, and I kind of get it, but like it does not have the tone of Jeepers Creepers whatsoever. It's not scary. Um, and the makeup's kind of like it looks kind of fake at times. And it says the fear way, death comes fast. I will say it's more like a really solid thriller more than anything. Kind of like in a uh, kind of like Death wandering the earth. You know what I mean? Like the character of Death, like a Grim Reaper kind of thing. But in this case, it's in the form of a guy that travels around in a black hot sports car, monster car, or muscle car, if you will. Clocks in at 81 minutes, 2023. A young couple embark on what should be a fun road trip for lovers. However, their idyllic journey takes on an unforeseen turn when they find themselves ensnared in the clutches of an inexplicable terror that stalks their every move. What begins as a whimsical escapade soon descends into a nightmare as they are relentlessly pursued by a malevolent entity, its presence casting a dark shadow over their once carefree excursion. The cinematography, they're saying, and I agree, is superb, and the film works to create a sense of tension and unease. And I get that too. It's kind of like it kind of gives me the vibe too, because there's like a diner out in the desert. Kind of reminds me. I think it's the movie Legion, where these angels and stuff are like they're attacking like the the diner or restaurant. Kind of get that Legion feel to this when you see this movie. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just I don't know, a lot of it shot all of it shot in the desert, and kind of like in a dreary, rundown bit of a diner. I mean, it kind of has kind of a quaint charm to it as well. But it kind of mixes Legion mixed with, I don't know if you remember that James Brolin movie, I think it was, or was it Dennis Weaver movie, The Car? I want to say James Brolin, The Car, back in the day. That's just kind of, I think it kind of looks, it feels like it takes Legion, mixes it with Jeepers Creepers, mixed with uh, um, The Car, and then we have this movie. And obviously, it's not on the level of The Car to me or Jeepers Creepers, but still pretty fun. You can catch this one on Tubi. Next up, I got a movie here called Don't Get Them. It's not called Don't Get Them Wet, but tagline is Don't Get Them Wet. Piranha Women. It's an uncensored reversible wrap here. It's from Full Moon Features. It's only 58 minutes, region free, out of 2022. When Richard James becomes suspicious, if I didn't read it, it's Piranha Women. I didn't even think if I read it or not. When Richard James becomes suspicious of his girlfriend's new experimental medical treatment, he grows even more concerned when she suddenly vanishes. In his frantic search for her, he discovers a secret society of beautiful women, all medically altered by the mysterious Dr. Sinclair. They're something less than human. They're piranha women. Get ready for an aquatic teeth exploitation epic filled with hot women, mad science, maniacal conspiracies, and monstrous summaries. Official trailer on the special features, along with the cast and crew interviews, and also a slew of full moon trailers on this one as well. Um, yeah, it totally has a full moon vibe to it, just for the special features, the way they're listed here, and um, says it's from the fevered mind of indie exploitation movie guru, award-winning director Fred Olen Ray, who did Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, Sideshow, and The Bay. This is a full moon thriller. It's not. I guess they're saying it's more thrill than kill. I don't know in terms of like it's not. I think it's more like a thriller than horror, but still it fits in this just for that cover alone. And that's Piranha Women again, another pickup that kind of caught my eye. And then there's another one here. This got a slew of film festival selections in Portland and Atlanta and a few other places. It's called Wolves, one of the most disturbing films of the year, says Film Threat. This is inspired by true events. When a young social recluse stumbles onto a series of unsolved cold cases, he finds himself pulled deeper into society's dark uh, underside and must face his own demons to learn the truth. This is also from Black Wave. This was a 2023 Canadian Screen Award nominee, along with a 2023 nominee for a Canadian Society of Cinematographers. Clocks in a pretty overly long for its nature, 103 minutes. Um, listed as horror. It's out of 2024, and it's from Leo Mark Studios, and like I said, Black Wave, and that's Wolves. Don't know nothing about that. I might have to check the trailer out, but I don't know. I like anything to do with wolves, werewolves, so I thought I'd pick that up. And on to the next one here. And this one I believe is a giallo. I don't know if I ever say that word right or not, but obviously with it, when I show you this cover, you'll see where I'm going with this. It's called Girl with a Straight Razor. Totally has that 70s vibe with the with the poster art here, and I don't know, just totally 100% feels like giallo to me. It's from Dark Side Releasing, like I said. Has a slew of special features. Very short film. Clocks in it. It's only a hair over an hour, 67 minutes. I believe it's out of Canada as well. Maybe I'm wrong. It does say something about Canada here on the back. It is unrated, this particular release. Driven by an instinct she doesn't fully understand and haunted by memories of another life, Valerie prowls the night guided by visions of a ghostly woman in black, a razor-wielding family or female prowls the night in search for victims and for answers to her haunting nightmares, which she hopes will bring her face to face with her own existential truth. Filmed in 2021 during the pandemic. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. A Girl with a Straight Razor. Yeah, it is. It's a Canadian cult film from director Chris Alexander. It marks his seventh film he's directed. It says he's did a slew of few other. He's also, I guess, produced for Full Moon Entertainment, but that's A Girl with a Straight Razor. I really like that cover. I think it's pretty cool, don't you guys? Quick look at the back. Very giallo like, if I'd say so myself. Then next up, perfect for Halloween right here. Maybe I should have went with this one for the film, because it, this today when I'm releasing this video, being Friday, night of the harvest here. Uh, it's from Gravitas Ventures. Madison attends a Halloween bash a year after being attacked, but an age-old curse unleashes a killer on the party. And I don't know if this is a sequel to something, because it says a bash a year after. I don't know if it's just kind of ignoring the year before. This is the first film, or like there is an actual first film to this. It's from Carter Inc. Films and Come About Productions. Um, it is clocks in 107 minutes. It's listed as horror, independent drama, thriller. Kind of sounds more like a slasher film, so I think I'll go with horror just because of the way they have it. Like, not that you can't have drama and horror, but like, I don't know, people don't come to watch horror films for drama. They try to watch it because they like the body count, that kind of, especially if it's a slasher film, that kind of thing. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all. Well, it is directed. Yeah, okay, well, that's pretty cool. It's actually directed by a lady director of a slasher film, which I like because like you don't see that very often. I haven't really heard too many women direct slasher films. The only one I've heard of that's done that was the director who did Silent, not Silent Night, Deadly Night, Slumber Party Massacre. She did a really good job with that. I can't remember the actor, the director's name, but I'm not trying to bag on female directors. It's just I haven't heard too many, female directors that do slasher films usually. I'm not really familiar with a lot of the female directors. I'm sure there's a slew of them that make them, but you don't hear it every day, and that's mad respect for me because you don't see that a lot. And that's Night of the Harvest. And then next up, we're almost done here, guys. I'm sorry, it's almost a half hour in. It's a movie called Sleigh Ride. He knows where you are sleeping. Santa Claus serial killer is hunting is serial killer is hunting the woman who lives in the house where he grew up, endangering her whole family. From This is out of 2021 from Gravitas Ventures. I don't know if it actually saw light of day until 2024 because it's got 2 years kind of conflicting in the back here. Clock's in at 89 minutes. And 2 says it's from Schmafty Films and an Olivia Dunkley film as well. I'm trying to see if some of the actors are in here. Okay, yeah, and it was directed by Olivia Dunkley as well. Doesn't I guess Brian Krause? We all know him from Sleepwalkers. He was the main Sleepwalker son that kept driving around in the I don't know, what was it, like a Firebird or Sunbird or whatever. Uh, he's in this. I think he plays a sheriff or something in this. Uh, Olivia Dunkley's Mitchell, who actually directed this, is actually in this film as well, as long as Gene Shira. And like I said, that Sleigh Ride, perfect for this Christmas, especially in the pipeline of hearing Silent Night, Deadly Night, the reboot, sequel, whatever the heck it's going to be called, or whatever the rendition it turns out as being, is coming out to theaters this holiday season. you know, if I get the money, I might actually go see that at the theater because I don't know. I like holiday horror films. You don't. I think it's long overdue, and I'm glad to see somebody had the guts to make a Silent Night, Deadly Night, and especially in 2025. But that's Sleigh Ride, and here's a film you guys should be a little bit more aware of. It stars Pete Davidson. I love this film from the first time I got a chance to see it. It's called The Home. And this too has a digital copy, so if anybody out there tonight is interested in the digital copy, I will give that away. If you get the other digital code, you're not going to get both. Like somebody else will get a second one. Like we'll get like one. Like if you wanted the other movie more, you get that one, and then somebody else wants this one, that person will get it. I usually don't get and I apologize about my Trump plot. He's not everybody's cup of tea. But in this shocking horror thriller from the creator of The Purge, Max, Pete Davidson, a rebellious 20-something, is sentenced to community service at a quiet retirement home as the on-site superintendent. For Max, it could be a fresh start. If he plays by the one rule, never ever visit the residence on the fourth floor. And you heard me, guys. This has rules, just like Gremlins, in a sense. Don't go on the fourth floor. As Max begins to question the staff's treatment of the patients, he uncovers a chilling secret with lies to his own troubled past. And it kind of at times, I don't know. There's a section in this movie. It kind of reminds me of The Shining a little bit. With I don't know the way the people kind of like congregate, like in this, kind of like in this dining hall kind of thing. There's a part in here kind of give me that. I got a little bit of a Shining vibe, a little bit. Uh, Comes equipped here with the extras with a Seeing is Believing, Making the Home, a theatrical trailer, audio commentary with director James DeMonaco and producer Sebastian K. Lemercier. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Clocks in at 95 minutes from 2025. Yeah, really good film. I like this one. It kind of has that vibe too, like the one with the John Lithgow, one with a nursing home. I can't think what it's called. With a doll and puppet on his hand. I can't. I'm blanking on the name of it. I have that one as well, but I kind of got the vibe. It kind of felt like that as well. But I really like the way the front, like, see how it does that with the eye. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, see how it kind of. It's not like lenticular, but like if the light hit or the glare. See how the glare hits it? It's kind of. See what I mean? Like with the needle and stuff here, and the light hits it. Yeah, see, that's pretty cool. But that's The Home. Really happy to own that one. I do find there's still hope for some of these new horror films. Sometimes I bag on some of these newer ones because I'm disappointed with them because I don't get the hype. But lately, stuff like The Home and the one I mentioned with John Lithgow, I don't know, just some of the ones that have come out recently, like Weapons, that just come out. That was a pretty good one. Barbarian, that was a really good one. I really love Barbarian. But next up, I got three more before I show what the unbox, or well, it ain't really an unboxing, but it was boxed at one point, so I guess it still asterisk still counts as an unboxing. Got a film here called Sanestein. Stars Manuel Chameleon and Benjamin Edelman, Jared Karakid, Amelia Rivera, Damian Edwards, Michael Vidovich. It had a Soho Horror Film Festival selection, Popcorn Frights Film Festival original selection as well. This too is from Leo Mark out of 2024. Clocks in at 87 minutes. Max Causey made the biggest mistake a kid can make. He accidentally killed Santa, and now 12 years later, Max has fixed that error by resurrecting Father Christmas, but soon realizes the creature he created, Santastein, wants to kill everyone, naughty or nice, and on his way to Max's friend's Christmas party. Crazy death and awesome practical effects says Heaven of Horror. A present wrapped in intrigue, fright, and delight says movie Sandmania.com. And HMUncut.com says it's super fun on so many levels. There's a better look at it, and I apologize if you didn't get a good look at it the way I had it placed before. But again, this comes in handy, just because Silent Night Deadly Night's around the corner. You kind of get that Silent Night Deadly Night vibe here. And I picked up a couple holiday ones this time around. Really happy to add that. And then I got, this is part of a Giallo collection as well, Submerged. Something strange is happening at Willow Point. Some Dark Side releasing as well. I've gotten a lot of Dark Side releasing in this haul. Clocks in at 90 minutes. Lindsay is a teenage girl with a unique gift, but one that might literally be the death of her. In the small town of Willow Point, she discovers how evil can flourish in the calmness of places. This one was actually produced in Australia in 2011. Submerged is a supernatural serial killer thriller that goes beyond the stereotypical horror film inspired by the subgenre of Italian giallo films. Submerged takes the audience through its stylistic twisting tropes inherent to the cult genre, including grisly deaths, voyeurism, a taut mystery narrative bathed in flashy photography. Also included on this very special BLuRaY edition is Dominic Albert's 2004 sexy and sleazy Scandinavian giallo film called Frost. So I guess there's two films on this, I guess. From, I guess, same, some, oh, okay, then it has a 2019 introduction by the film star. Exclusive, and it's exclusive from Dark Side Releasing. Has director's audio commentary, Q&A with the director and cast, bonus feature felt, as I mentioned, the 2004 film Frost in standard definition. Introduction to Frost by star Marzio Frey, and that's Submerged. I'm holding it up because I got some figures over the screen. I don't know. I don't think that's going to block it, but in case it does, I'm just kind of holding it up. Got like a Batman and Superman and a couple Halloween figures in front of the monitor. I don't think it'll block it, but I'm kind of holding it so you can see. So I can see that you can see it good in case. But that's Submerged. Happy to pick that up. And I caught this one too before. I caught this back on Tubi quite a while ago. It's a very fun film. Like it's kind of creepy too, and it's like these weird kids that like they're kind of kids like they never go away kind of thing. Like it seems like even when you get rid of them, they're always back or whatever. That kind of a film, you know what I mean? Like that, yeah, it's hard to get rid of some of these killers in movies. It's called Bad Apples, Rotten to the Core. Pretty good play on words there. This is an uncorked release. I really like uncorked. I wish I could get my hands on reviewing for some of the stuff they have because I like a lot of their material as well. But they only hand out digital copies and stuff like that. And I'm not big on digital. I'm not a knock on them, but says it's on Halloween night. Two malevolent children terrorize a young innocent couple in their home. Kind of sounds a little bit, like The Strangers. If you're out there tonight and you haven't seen this one, these wicked tricks become increasingly more sinister as the night continues and subject an entire neighborhood to a Halloween they'll never forget. And it has one of the actors who played, I think he goes, the guy who played in Office Space, the one that goes, I do very well dealing with a goddamn customer. That actor, he's in this as well. Bad Apples finds a way to breathe new life to the creepy mask horror genre. Crypticrock.com. And this also is from Coin uh, Coin Flicks as well. Jeez, if I ever get it out. uh, it's produced and written and directed by Brian Coyne. Very well done. I must give him a high five on this film. I really love this when I did see it. I was always hoping they'd have a sequel to this. I think the timing probably would be good for it still, just because of that. Look at that poster, that cover art, it's really cool. I'm sorry about the glare, but yeah, I always like the little moniker "Bad Apples," and it says "rotten to the core," that kind of thing. Play on words. It says a straighter, more vicious take on the female killer film, and they do a very good job with this. And that's Bad Apples. There's a look at the back. Really creepy kids in this. Like, I think like what it is with me with this movie, like they do the right thing and they keep the mask on the movie. I'm honest say they keep it on the whole time. Like some of these slasher films, though, like I know Hush gets a lot of praise. Just I don't know. I don't like how it's kind of revealed right off what he looks like. It often feels a little bit like a Lifetime movie to me. Like it just I don't know, he spends an entire time outside, you know, running around and like these kids are like creepy throughout and like it's what you don't see that makes them creepy. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Strangers. I think that's why the very first Strangers worked so well. Bad Apples, I wouldn't say it's on the serious level as much as like Strangers, but I think it's a very fun flick. Get a chance, watch it this Halloween. And then finally, yes, I do have a box set, and it's not a huge box set. It's from the Herschel Gordon Lewis. I think he's classified as like the godfather of gore. Um, Madness incarnate, ghastly beyond belief. The goriest, bloodiest pictures ever seen in blood color. And it's full of bloody goodness, it says. And there's a look at the spine. It comes equipped with Disc 1, Blood Feast from 63, and Scum of the Earth, Disc 1 from 1963. Disc 2 has 2000, Maniacs, and Moonshine Mountain, both 64. Disc 3 has Color Me Blood Red from 1965 and Something Weird from 67. Disc 4 has The Gruesome Twosome and A Taste of Blood from 1967. Disc 5 has She Devils on Wheels from 1968 and Just for the Hell of It, 1968. Disc 6 has How to Make a Doll, 1968, and The Wizard of Gore in 1970. And Disc 7, This Stuff Will Kill You from 1971. And a very pretty much famous one, The Gore Girls out of 72. There's a look at what I picked up. And this is from Arrow Video as well, if I didn't mention that. It's saying, like I said, it's saying it's 7 disc. I think they have a bigger set of this. It's like VHS size boxing or whatever. But I think that might have went out of print. But I was happy to get this from Arrow Video. I love Arrow Video. I like how they kind of do physical media like superb justice. Like they go all out with designs and include like mini posters and stuff and reversible art and that kind of thing. They kind of make physical media feel like the way an ideal physical media collector would want their collection. And this says this was made in Austria. It says this running time on all of these 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Saying 14 films. It's saying the clock running time is almost 1,200 minutes on this one, and some of them are color and black and white with some English subtitles that are not rated. I guess this hit physical media from Arrow in 2020. That's pretty much it. That wraps up my video tonight. I'm sorry it's like almost an hour, but there's like 19 titles. If you really count like It's more like over almost 30 movies I picked up in this review, but I can't count them. This is 14 movies when it's in a box set. I mean, you can, but you can't. It's all in house. And that was the director's name, the Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast set. That's what it's called. In case I didn't mention that, he's kind of like the godfather of exploitation, gore, that kind of thing. I do know back in the day, I think Dollar Tree had a DVD of, like, I don't think it like had, obviously didn't have all these movies, but I think it did have a movie from him in the wave back in the day. But I had to have that, and now I have, now be thanks to this set, I now have let's see, 2000 Maniacs. I just picked up 2001 Maniacs with Robert Englund. So now I have both of them. And by the way, congratulations, Robert Englund. He's going to be getting his a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So congrats to him, long overdue. I'd like to congratulate him. I might even tag him in this video just to kind of congratulate him. Uh, all he's done for horror over the years. And that's my video tonight. Anybody has any questions or comments, leave them in the comments down below. Make sure you tell your friends about Gary's Horror Drive-In. Like, share, subscribe. I do, like I said, I do unboxings, reviews. Lately, I've been doing reviewing in small unboxings from Movie Zing and some from Bayview. But that's my review tonight. Have a good weekend, rest of your week, and I'll be back next week. Oh, and make sure to get here early each and every week, because all the good parking spots go fast here at the drive-in. And I'll see you. Bye.